I actually just wanted to start with a little story. And I call my business a still mind, and I love to use different analogies when I think about meditation. And this journey started for me about 10 years ago, and I don't really have one particular style, one particular practice that I follow. I like to try a lot of different things, and part of that was staying in a monastery in Thailand, and it was very traditional. I really recommend it to people. It's great to retreat. It's great to go away and be able to find the stillness and experience what it feels like. We were up very early in the morning. We didn't eat after lunchtime. It was pretty full on, and it was very hard. And I think by about day 3, the ego kicked in. It's like, okay, I can get this. I'm getting up in time. I'm sort of sitting for most of the time, and I was having a break. So, and even during the break, I was reading a book on meditation, and I was listening to some lovely soothing music, and I thought, oh, this is great. And the guy, one of the monks, he's a good friend of mine, still friends on Facebook. He's very active on there, which is a bit weird, but he came up to me at the break, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, I'm studying. I'm listening to the soothing music. And he's like, "Look, you don't get it. You do not get it." And he goes, "Think about your mind like a body of water, like a pond or something like that. And every little thing that we do is like throwing a stone into that pond. Think about that in your day-to-day life." And I often use this with my corporate clients. I'm like, you're going to work, you're walking to work, you've got your headphones in, you've got your head down, you're reading things, so you're throwing all of these stones. And so this water is really, it's bumpy, it's all over the place. And we wonder why we try and settle down and we can't do it because we're not practicing not throwing stones. And so he said to me, he's like, instead of on this break, he's like, why don't you drop all of that stuff and just walk around nature? It was in this beautiful, amazing, we're on a mountain, there were lakes, there were, all sorts of different creatures around and things like that. And for the first time in my life, it was like somebody had sort of turned the frequency, they'd turned the volume down. And I was like, wow, okay, I think I kind of understand, I get it. And this is my first experience of mindfulness. This is what this practice is. And so many things I'm going to talk a little bit about that with Mark as well. So many of the things that I've heard from these incredible speakers, and there's so many key takeaways. I think with Carl, with slowing down, that's, for me, I'm like, there's a huge aspect of that is mindfulness, because you've got to be doing one thing at a time with that. You're just reading the book with your kids. You're not thinking about these other things. And these are these practices, and this is why we do this practice. These are the reasons why. So we're going to get a little bit more into it, but we're just going to practice to try and not throw some stones for a couple of minutes. So just making sure that we're nice and comfortable. So if you're sitting down, it might be really nice just to have your feet both planted on the floor. Give this sense of groundedness. Wherever you are, just put whatever it is that you're holding down. It's going to be there when we get back up, when we open our eyes. And so I just want you all just to close your eyes down. We practice for ourselves, but it's so amazing when we come together as a group like this with common goals, common values. Let's align, let's sync up together with a few deep breaths in. So we'll take a nice, long, deep inhale through the nostrils. Just hold slightly and exhale out the mouth. Nice, deep inhale through the nostrils. And sigh out the mouth. Big, deep inhale through the nostrils. And on the exhale, let something go. Settle. So we want to just cultivate this feeling in our bodies, and the physical aspect of this practice is stillness. Just noticing, is there any tension, any tightness? Can you soften your cheeks, your forehead? Maybe you can slacken your jaw, relax in your jaw. Relax the neck, let the shoulders fall down away from the ears. Relaxing the stomach, waist, knees, ankles. It's this stillness. Just bringing the awareness to an effortless breath. Notice how little it takes for the body to breathe. Picking a point in the body, maybe it's in the nostrils, maybe it's that subtle rise and fall in the stomach. Just with the eyes still gently closed down, just immersing yourself in the breath. Noticing what it feels like to cast less stones into the pond that is your mind. Allowing yourself to settle. Maybe just with the eyes just still closed down. So we create this space, we create this stillness, and it's a really good opportunity after that stage. Maybe put an affirmation into your day, what you might like to achieve. Some good thoughts about yourself or others. Creating the space for these new habits to form. Just enjoying this last moment or two of this stillness. And when you're ready, gently opening the eyes. We're going to get a little bit more into a few different techniques, a few different practices with Mark, but it was really enjoyable, beautiful still room. Thanks very much.